Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. As you guys are watching this, I am currently on a break. We are on a little family vacation and I'm going to be tackling marathon number 20 this weekend. Marathon number 20, state number 20 for me. I'm really excited about it now. I'm filming this just before we leave, and if you guys watched my last monthly update video, you know I shared that I had not been feeling as excited about traveling lately and even a little bit apprehensive, but I've gotten over it for the most part, and I'm looking forward to this time off. We have been homeschooling since July, and we're taking a total of 9 days off of our formal schoolwork, and this is much needed for all of us, although we are going to be doing a lot of learning on our trip. So where are we going? I will share that in a later video. I plan on doing a couple of vacation vlogs as we're on the road, so stay tuned if you are curious for that. Anyway, if you don't know me, I'm Sarah. I'm a homeschool mom to 4 kids, and my channel is mostly homeschooling content, but I do like to occasionally share other things that interest me or are going on in my life, simply because I like to and because I get questions from you guys about different things sometimes. So one of the things I occasionally share about is fitness. It's been a big part of my life for a long time. I think it's an important thing to be aware of and mindful of as a mom. And like I said, I do get questions from you guys occasionally about fitness related topics, especially maybe after you've seen one of my week of workout videos. And that's what I wanted to chat about today. Questions that I've gotten recently have kind of been about how to overcome obstacles to fitness in your life as a homeschool mom, just as a mom. And I wanted to talk about some of the tips I have on this. Now, I know if you are here for homeschool content, this might not appeal to you as much, but I hope you will still enjoy watching and be encouraged. Before I get into some of my tips for addressing, those common obstacles, those fitness obstacles, head to the comments below and let me know what is your biggest obstacle that you face fitting fitness into your weekly routine. I'm just gonna roll this intro as you do that. So I do have a long background in fitness. I was never a personal trainer, but I had my group fitness instructor certification for years and taught a wide variety of fitness classes. And I'm also a certified Les Mills instructor. I have taught body pump for almost 15 years or so. I absolutely love teaching. However, I am taking a break from teaching fitness classes at the moment. A couple of years ago, I felt the Lord kind of leading me away from instructing for this season of life. And in 2021, you guys remember what was going on then. And we had already been through a lot. My gym began requiring certain things, which I wasn't going to agree to. And so it was kind of like the nudge that I needed to take a break. I do miss it and will maybe teach in a gym again someday. I don't know, but for now it's been a good thing for me. So although I can't say I have a background in personal training, I do want to let you guys know that I do have a background in this area, but I'm not an expert by any means. I'm just a homeschool mom with a passion for this and a little bit of knowledge and a heart to share and encourage other moms when I can. And honestly, a lot of the obstacles that I'm going to talk about, things that you guys have asked about, I struggle with too. I don't think any of us are immune to challenges that come with trying to keep a regular workout routine as a busy mom. So let's start there. I think one of the first ways that you can get into a routine and make fitness a habit is to actually have a plan. It's one thing to say that you're going to, let's say, do 30 minutes of exercise each day, but when you're ambiguous about it and don't set clear plans and goals, you're more likely to let things slide. If you're a checklist gal like me, make sure you write down your plan so you can check it off when you get it done each day. I usually make a plan each Sunday night for what I'm going to do for the upcoming week, and I will jot it in my happy planner at the top of each day so then I can check it off. If you don't know what to do or where to start, this can be a common obstacle. If you are starting from scratch, really just looking to get moving, to start somewhere, walking is obviously a great way to do this, especially for us busy homeschool moms. It's low impact, fairly easy to fit into a schedule because you can often do this with your kids, and it does help improve things like your cardiovascular fitness, your mood, etc. If you're walking for exercise, try to walk at a brisk pace, something that will get your heart rate up just a little bit rather than just an easy stroll all the time. But if you're wanting something more varied or you want to maintain or improve your overall fitness, I definitely recommend building a routine that also includes strength training and flexibility. Two things that as I get older, I'm noticing are super important. So in addition to walking or light cardio, maybe 5 days a week, you'll want to add in strength training, maybe 2 to 3 times a week, and then stretching after your workouts or in the evening to improve flexibility. Now, I turned 40 last year and I feel like I had a pretty good base built up with strength training and muscle mass, but this is definitely something I want to maintain and don't want to lose as I get older, as muscle mass naturally declines as you age. So if you're around my age, it is not too late to start strength training. It's never too late. It might be easier to build muscle mass when you're younger, but it's not too late to start. But strength training is really important to try to work into your routine for many reasons. I won't really go into that in this video, but there are many reasons why you should be training with free weights or resistant bands or even your body weight. So all that being said, I'm going to give you an example schedule that you could use during the week to maintain or improve your fitness. I would recommend Monday doing some cardio, 30 to 45 minutes of a brisk walk or even a walk jog combo. Add in some core work at the end, something like planks, side planks. You can do whatever core routine you want, maybe 10 minutes or so. On Tuesday, do your strength training, lower body work. What you do will depend on the equipment you have, but there is a lot that you can do with just your body weight, like squats, lunges, glute bridges, things like that. Wednesday will be another cardio day, 30 minutes of some kind of low impact cardio and then some good stretching or flexibility at the end. Then on Thursday, do some upper body strength training for 30 minutes or so. Friday, try to get in 30 to 45 minutes of cardio again, maybe some intervals. And then if you're going to work out Saturday, a good full body strength session would be a good option, and then rest on Sunday. That's just what I would do. I personally typically like to take 1 or 2 rest days a week where I don't do any kind of planned workout. And you can definitely mix up the days when you are making your own schedule. Just give yourself a day of rest in between when you strength train the same muscle groups. But aim for 2 to 3 days a week to maintain or build muscle mass and at least 3 days of varied intensity cardio. And don't forget the stretching. I wish I had listened to everyone who told me that this would be important as I got older, because it definitely is. So I hope that's somewhat helpful if you just need some help getting started or making a plan. It can be really overwhelming. Just making that plan is half the battle sometimes. And even when you have that plan, time can still be an obstacle. It definitely is for me many days between homeschooling, taking care of chores around the house, and just other responsibilities. Sometimes it's the thing that gets pushed aside first, but schedule your workouts. So like I said, mark them on your calendar. Treat your workouts like any other appointment. If you have kids that are in sports, or if you have to take them to practice or something, get in a workout while you wait for them. This is the season that we are in right now. I typically will walk or run while my son is at soccer practice. I will drop him off and then run around the parking lot and the building that he's at. And same with my girls. They have silks practice for 45 minutes. So instead of just sitting there, I'll go out the door and run for a bit. Now, do I always want to do this? No. Sometimes I really just want to sit there and relax and scroll on my phone. But sometimes that's really the only time I have during the day to fit something in. So I make it work. And that kind of brings me to the next obstacle I wanted to address, which is lack of motivation. It can be easy for a while, but sometimes that motivation really starts to slide, and it can be hard to convince yourself to keep consistency, especially if your schedule is already busy. I think for this is why it's really important to know your why. Kind of like with homeschooling, right? Everyone tells you to figure out your why. so that when you have hard days and you want to quit, you remember why you are doing this. So why do you want to have consistency with working out? What is going to keep you going when you're tired or think you aren't making any progress? I'll be honest, for a long time, my motivation was more in the physical results. And it's been the last couple of years, really, that I've seen the Lord change my thinking and my attitude about this, because it's so easy to make idols out of our bodies and idols out of the results that we expect. For me it was anyways. But our bodies are not idols, and we should want to treat them well because we are made in the image of God, and we want to be able to glorify God with our bodies and the work that we do. So for me, this means that I don't keep a food journal anymore. I can't tell you the last time I weighed myself. I couldn't tell you how much I weigh. The only reason I know measurements is because I need to use them to shop for pants. I hate shopping for pants and finding ones that fit well. That being said, I'm a big fan of Democracy jeans. They're a little pricey, but they last a long time and fit so well. I love their jeggings. Just a little side note. But anyway, if you know your why, know your reasons for working out, really understand what your goals and motivation is, and whatever works for you to track your progress, that will really help. And you should track your progress if that helps you. I don't think tracking things is bad for everyone, not at all. It was just bad for me. So typically my goals now center more around the next race that I'm training for, or hitting certain splits and workouts, or being able to lift a certain amount of weight, things like that. Find out what's going to motivate you. Maybe even find a friend or an accountability partner to share your fitness journey with so you can encourage each other. Okay, next obstacle I want to address, I just have two more, is about fitting in workouts when you have young kids. I had a specific question about how I fit in my workouts when my kids were under 4 and if I had any childcare help. So it can definitely be an obstacle when you have young kids, multiple young kids, to fit in intentional workouts. And this is going to look so different for everyone depending on your family, your resources, and the season that you're in. So I'm just going to answer this question and tell you what I did, and maybe something will help. So for me, this has honestly looked different in each season. My oldest son and twin daughters are 2 years apart in age, so there were some really busy years when they were younger. Now my oldest is 13 and my daughters are 11 and my youngest is 5. So things look different now for many reasons. But when they were little, we actually put our huge treadmill in our living room. This was before our basement was finished, but we put it in there so that I could run while they played or slept, and I could keep an eye on them because my husband would work during the day. It looked terrible in our living room, but that's what I did. I was also still teaching at the gym when they were younger, so I would often utilize childcare at the gym. They would come to the gym with me at least 2 times a week, sometimes more. And then when we finished our basement, we put up a baby gate blocking off all of my equipment so the kids could play downstairs safely if I wanted to take a half hour or something to work out. There was also a period where a friend and I attended some boot camp classes very early in the morning, way too early, and we would work out before our husbands left for work. So the routine constantly changes. Last year I woke up early to work out. The year before it was late at night. Now it's typically right before lunch that I'm squeezing it in because my kids are at home and that's a good time for us. It's gotten easier as the kids have gotten older, but when they were younger, there are usually systems that you can put in place to make things work. For me, it was childcare at the gym, working out before my husband left for work and everyone was still sleeping, or just having that equipment at home that I could use while they were playing. Okay, finally, the last obstacle or concern might be thinking that you have a lack of resources. Maybe you don't have access to a gym or you don't have workout equipment at home. There are a lot of things that you can do without any equipment, but if you are looking to improve fitness, it's a great idea to invest in some equipment if you can. I found Facebook Marketplace can be a great place for this, or for a little bit more money, maybe shop at a place that refurbishes equipment. That's where I got my treadmill and elliptical, and they have been very worthwhile investments. But for just the basics, hand weights and resistance tubes can be used in a variety of ways, so those are great options. And then if you don't have or don't want a gym membership, you can find a lot of resources online nowadays. There are fitness channels on YouTube here where you can find free workouts or fitness apps, and many workouts that you'll find that you can do without any equipment. I will always recommend the Les Mills app, not just because I'm an instructor for them, but because it is an amazing app to utilize for at-home workouts. You can find just about any style of workout on there for any ability level with or without equipment. And there's also a ton of educational material on there, along with fitness challenges and schedules and routines pre-planned for you. Definitely check it out. I will make sure to leave a link in the description for you. Again, I'm not an affiliate or anything. They're not going to pay me for saying this, but I use this app all the time and highly recommend it. They even have classes for kids on there, so it can be a really fun way for the whole family to get involved, or to add it to some of your homeschool PE classes and things like that. Okay, you guys, I think that's all I wanted to share today. I hope this was helpful or encouraging to you, just something a little bit different. I think that we all face different obstacles in different seasons of life, but if maintaining or improving your fitness is important to you, I know you can find a way to do it. If you made it this far into the video, I know you're committed, so leave me a comment below if you haven't already, sharing any other tips or even your goals so I can cheer you on. If you think about me this weekend, say a prayer for safe travels for us and for a good marathon for me. And please give this video a thumbs up before you go. Check out one of my other videos for encouragement. Thanks, you guys. I'll see you next time.